I know, flash units are not the most intriguing thing when it comes to purchasing gear and photography gear in general, but think about this. The vast majority of mirrorless cameras that we're buying nowadays don't have an internal flash unit. And even those few that have one, like my XT50, yes, they have one, but that is what I would call an emergency unit. It's not really a proper flash unit. And for as much as we love saying that we love shooting with natural light, we don't like artificial light, with blah, 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 there's so many situations where a flash unit is the only way to get a decent picture. And we can fight it. We can always think, yeah, I'm going to bring a pretty fast lens. I'm going to buy a camera that has super high megapixel, super high ISO resistance. True, but it's not going to be the same. In a situation like this, you need a flash. There's no way around it. There's literally no way around it. This Godox IT30 Pro, it's a pretty compact and lightweight, yet powerful TTL unit with 15 meters guide number at ISO 100. If you don't know what it is, go look it on the internet. Otherwise, we're going to be spending a lot of time explaining that. It means it's a pretty powerful unit for the size that it's got. But on top of that, this unit has got some superpowers. But before getting to that, my usual disclaimer. Godox sent me this unit to review and I get to keep it. But no money changed hands. I wasn't told what to say. They're not seeing the video before you do. They're seeing the video the moment you're seeing it as well. And I have no reason to push for Godox. I have no affiliation with Godox at all. It's the first unit that they send me. And to be honest, I have 6 Godox units in my house already. So I was already into the Godox family, spending my own money on it. So I'm not biased because they sent me the unit. You can say I'm biased just because I like the product that they make. Let's just put it this way. But let's go back to talk about this unit. And I want to talk to you about the unit as an on-camera flash unit before everything else. Because this unit is fairly compact. It's pretty lightweight. It's well built. It's not super sexy. If you want, there's sexier unit, more targeting like the old camera flashes kind of vibes. This is more like utilitarian, but it's built well. It's got an internal battery. It's get charged via USB-C, and for me, that is already a super important thing. I hate using external batteries, AA or AAA batteries with flashes. That to me is key because I always forget them when I have to bring them. So that for me is super, super important. It's provided with a very operational interface. It's mostly based on a touch screen. It's basically almost all of it is done via touch screen unless you're using the top dial that you see over here, which helps you change the power. But you can also do it via touch screen. And you have 3 buttons on the back. But aside from that, you don't have that many things that you can do. So it's basically using a touch screen interface. And when it comes to the touch screen is pretty responsive, pretty easy to see even in bright daylight. And the unit, like the menu that you get, is super, super easy to understand. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to read the instructions as long as you know what those terminologies are when it comes to flashes, but you don't have to read the instruction manual to understand what you're doing with the unit. But what's actually great about this unit is the way it renders the light, especially when you're in those situations like parties or you're out with friends at dinner and there's not much light. Usually the flashes tend to be very cold, it's not pleasing. This one gets you a pretty nice warmth to the image. And on top of that, for a small unit like this, having the wide to normal switch, which allows you to basically make the flash wider, the flash coverage a little bit wider, is an additional thing that you would not expect given the size of the unit. And the general smooth rendering is what makes this unit as an on-camera unit special. Not only that, because you don't have to think about the flash just for when there's no light around. The flash unit can be used to kind of fight a little bit of the shadows when you're in daylight. This is powerful enough that you can use it for that, to just fight a little bit of, let's say you're doing a portrait or you're doing macros. I found this super useful for macro shots because it gets you that nice definition of the image, and it removes some of the shadows that make usually look those images a little bit flat and a little bit not interesting, if you want, when it comes to doing macros and stuff like that. All of that I mentioned already is worth the $75 that Godox is asking for this unit. But the great thing about it is that this unit, as already mentioned, has got superpowers, because with a simple gesture, you go from an on-camera unit to a remote unit or to a trigger for other units. That, for $75, is beyond being a bargain. Is literally incredible. And I already had other triggers. I have a trigger for Fuji that I'm going to sell, because that is powered by a AAA batteries. As I mentioned, I hate it. It's even bigger, and I have to remember that I have to bring the batteries and all of that. I will definitely sell it. But even compared to the most recent X3, if I'm not wrong, trigger that I have for Sony, that is very compact. It's definitely more compact than this unit, but that doesn't have a flash unit, and they pretty much cost almost the same. That is the incredible thing. So I'm really impressed, as you can probably tell, with what Godox has done with this unit, because this unit is going to be pairing with my XE5 all the time. I will always bring it, whether I need it or not, just because it's small, compact, lightweight, and it doesn't take too much thinking behind it. I'll put it in there. If I need it, I need it. If I don't, I don't. But at the same time, it's going to replace my trigger, just because it's easier to use and it's internally powered and all the things that I told you before. So for me, if you are interested in getting your first flash unit for your cameras, don't look any further. I wouldn't look at anything else, just because with this unit, at the same price of a trigger, you're getting a flash, a trigger, and a remote flash at the same time. This means if you will ever need a trigger, you have it. If you will ever need to use this flash remotely, you have it, assuming you have another trigger. And at the same time, if you don't, you're not paying that much on top of it. Again, the trigger itself is $65, $70. This is $75. Why would I give away the possibility of having an on-camera flash for when I don't need to bring the big guns, my V1, my V1 Pro, my probably V480 that will purchase, but that is something for another moment. So that, to me, if you're looking for a flash, for your first flash unit, look no further. This is the solution for you. Little pro tip on this unit. If you purchase it, whenever you receive the package, don't just open the top, in which you will find the instruction manual and the unit itself, but also make sure you open the bottom. It's not super clear that you have to do it, but once you open the bottom, you get access to a USB-C charging cable and a pouch. A pouch that is really important, because you don't want this to be rattling around your backpack or your bag or whatever. So that is a nice touch that Godox added to the packaging. It's just not super obvious, so make sure you look for the bottom of the unit to get those additional things in the package. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciated this deviation from a normal cameras and lenses type of thing, but I really love the unit and I wanted to talk to you about it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, help me grow this damn channel, and ciao, I'll see you in the next one.